Hello everyone, good afternoon. Thank you for supporting our topic. Our topic is advanced mutation fuzzing method for wireless protocols. Okay, next. About us. I'm communication proto security research team leader or KTRC AD library. My interest is bug hunter, wireless proto security research and proto fuzzing. Xianzi is a security major. He's good at crypto research and proto security research. My topic is 4 parts. The firstly, proto stack analysis. Secondly, attack vulnerable drivers. Thirdly, advanced mutation fuzzing, and finally, calculation. About the wireless fuzzing. Wireless fuzzing has many advantages. For example, no physical connect, no user integration are required. No any network connection is required as long as the target is running. You can attack the target being attacked, maybe a mobile device and an IoT device or a wireless module on the car. Send payload through the wireless driver, causing the target devices crash to start the attack. And buffer overflow, because the payload is in the air, so they might cause crash. So firstly, proto stack analysis. L2.11 belongs to the data link layer. Proto is a layer 2 proto. The station uses a MAC address to communicate with the access point. The L2.11 proto defines 3 types of frames: management frames, data frames, and control frames. Its layer of the proto defines multiple subtype frames such as the beacon frame, probe request frame, and authentication frame. And the authentication frame of the management frame. The QoS data frames of the data frame and the ACK frame of the control frame. Next. Address tags 6 bytes. 6 bytes. Frame control includes prod, Wilson, table, subtable, 2DX, from DS, more data, WEP, and power management. This is the L2.11 frame format, and they are real fields. For example, frame controls takes 2 bytes, direction ID takes 2 bytes. The secondly, attack variable drivers. Talking SSID information elements as an example. SSID info support is up to 32 bytes and supports a minimum of 0 bytes. The enter proto supports a maximum of is 255 bytes. So we can construct a payload with a run more than 32 bytes and list 255 bytes to test. Because the driver is based on the proto stack, but the driver can also edit a remote proto function if the driver does not project the driver and the exception handling. It will cause the kernel or driver to crash. We can choose the information elements of the frame for fuzzing tagging. For example, supported rates, channel, EX rates, and TIM frame. the picture is part of the information elements of the beacon frame. Different types of frame bodies contain different information elements. L2.11 protocol certain the minimum and maximum length of its elements certain information fields. Long or short IE length in fuzzing taxing. Each table of the frame contains its own certain information elements. Okay. There are MTU limit where types of protos. L2.11 is no exception. The MTU standard in the L2.11 protos is limited to 3,300 and 4 battles. The real of the MTU is the sum of the length of MAC header and the length of the encryption. It's not constant. For example, WEP is 2,346. WPA TKIP is 2,358, and WPAES is 2,354. In this case, the main feature will limit the MTU values to around 1,500. Okay, the watch demo. This is a classic Windows kernel overflow vulnerability. We send our constructed payload to the Windows Wi-Fi network care. When Windows receives payload, it will directly cast the kernel overflow. Okay. The next, thirdly, advanced mutation fuzzing. The wireless protocol supports many standards, such as L2.11a, L2.11b, and so on. Its standards as improved in speed, frequency band, and bandwidth. With the driver protection, with the driver protection of Proto standard upgrade, our vendor-driven secondary development, we should create a smart fuzzer. Different devices supported different Proto standards and have different function. Naturally, the information tags carded by their frames are not the same. Therefore, it's fast specified for the specified driver device. Fuzzing should be performed for the proto frame information elements supported by devices. In addition to mutation, there is fairly that's supported. It's necessary to mutate the supported fields. However, the process of mutation try to comply with the rules of the proto. For example, when we construct the payload of the rates information elements, we can clearly see the age of the parser. The reason is that after the proto standard is updated, L2.11 does some first check on the receiving frame. For example, is the rate information elements is well does not match or is not reconfigured. This frame will not be parsered. Okay. Sensor here. standard protocol has been upgraded. If we want the driver to reserve our frames to pass the FCS check, we will first complete with the proto head standard, but we can also reserve the proto to test the proto's robustness, but the limitation of that will be much higher. Okay. The beacon frame contains a TIM frame, a TIM tags. The probe response does not. The beacon frame contains QoS capital information elements. The probe response contains the requested information elements that may have been requested by prod station. Next, Dino mutation for frame tag subtype. Some information elements, parts of the AO2.11 proto specification have subtype information, like the frame body. So we can make mutation in the frame body information format and known information format in this subtype information. This Broadcom BCM vulnerability. The Broadcom chip has a bug when it processes the reserve beacon frame. The RSN information elements of the beacon frame is an encrypted authentication information elements. Includes RSN version, TKIB tag, AES tag, and AKM tag. The default value of AKM tags is 0 and 1. If Broadcom reserves tags with AKM value 255, it will be Dino service attack. In addition, we can also perform multiple mutation on the information elements and the information elements subtype fields in the mainframe, and reassemble the information elements frame into the mainframe. The algorithm rules profile mutation according to frame proto reduction and no proto reduction. The detail to be noted that some drivers set the reserving target of the frame is the specification not met. The frame will be directly discarded by driver. Therefore, when construction under payload, or the will as much as possible is the given payload range, except the driver limit. Check mechanism is triggered to discard further frame. Detail mutation. Some descriptions of field parameters are specified in RSN information elements. For example, different encryption use different ident fields, and different ident fields represent different ranges. Some parameters specified the predetermined format, and some predetermined specified the reserved format. We can meet the mutation based on the given information elements. That is the information content defined by the mutation tag. The construct the payload according to the content type. Okay. In addition, we can also add payloads such as command execution, XSS, command injection, and some to resource the target. Because fuzz must be mutate format, and its vendor's device is different, so the proto driver. There are big difference is specs and system structure, and there are maybe unaccepted cases constructing payloads. In addition to the detail of the mutation, the enter L2.11 make frame field can be mutated. We found some vulnerability, and the body model in the proto cast the vulnerability. Please watch our demo video. We use ping to monitor the health of the router. Please pay attention to the working power of the router. Okay. Router kernel is done. Yeah, okay. The frame checks if the FCS of the frame is enclosed has a probability that will not be resolved by the target. On an L2.11 network, the frame size passes the integrity check also requires the receiver to send a response. This LPO type mutation, WPA LPO mutation fuzz. We can look through the source code to find something more about LPO tags. We can see that default LPO version equals 1, and max length will equals 65,535. Okay. Watch LPO fuzzing great demo. When we sending the payload, when mobile devices receive our payload, there will be brief crash or deno or service. Okay. Okay. Let's have Xianzi build fuzzing text of the Wi-Fi state machine. Okay.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. Next, let me explain the state machine in L2.11. L2.11 data interaction needs to be performed through multiple states and is roughly divided into 3 states. We can say state 1 means a state that does not require too much interaction. State 2 means more types of packets are accepted. State 3 means keep connection and access point interacts with the station. Next, I will introduce the importance of state machine by discussing how to fuzz station. Firstly, let's consider the difference between fuzz access point and fuzz station. In most cases, station sends request frame to access point, then access point sends response frame to station. Just send a response frame to station does not work. We need the station to send the request frame actively. Then we can create error response to fuzz station. But how to fuzz station? What we need is just a fake access point which can sniff frame from station and send a response frame. This is a simple interaction with station and also the first step to create a state machine. Our fake access point broadcast beacon frame so the station can find the access point. When the fake access point receives the probe request from station, then it will send the probe response to station which contains our error payload, and the fuzzing is starting. Similarly, we can constructing the next station state machine such as authentication and association. When constructing the state machine, we must pay attention to the protocol specifications, including writes and channels. But we can also do the opposite, because fuzzing is originally unexpected and unexpected critical point test. Similarly, before attacking WPI or WPI2, we already created the state machine. It is necessary to pay attention to the response problem between protocols between protocols. Different network cards and different devices will support different rates and protocols. How to ensure the connection between the device and the target is the most concerned, because if the device and the target do not respond to each other, even if your payload structure is quite clever, it will not work. And we are going to introduce fuzz WPI or WPI2. I will simply introduce the handshark in L2.11. The access point transmits its own random number called announce to the station in message 1. After receiving the announce, the station can already generate the PTK. In message 2, station passes its own random number called S-announce and MIC to the access point. After receiving the S-announce, the access point can generate the PTK and compares the received MIC with the MIC generated by itself to perform integrity check. If the check failed, the handshark fails. If checked successfully, the access point generates PTK and GTK. In message 3, GTK and MIC are sent to station together. Station sends message 4 as an acknowledge frame to confirm. So, to fuzz station, we can construct the payload in the message 1 and the message 3. We try to find some unusual attacks that may bring unexpected results. We will show us another vulnerability which is somewhat similar to the Wi-Fi test flood. Okay, let's see the demo. When the client is connected to the Wi-Fi host port, normally we send a well-constructed payload to disconnect the client from the host port, causing a DOS attack. Although the attack effort is similar to the test flood. Test flood is a known protocol vulnerability which can be detected by the well-functioning WRPS, but this vulnerability is undetectable by WRPS. Okay. In fact, the fuzz test has a lot of technical things, but the difficulty of black box is greater than the white box adult. Pay attention to detail and be familiar with the protocol, then create an excellent fuzzer. Okay, it's question time. Any questions? If not, we can see the 32 questions. If no questions, okay. Finally, this is our contact information. Welcome any technical exchange and welcome to contact us. Thank you for listening to our topic. Thank you again.